Hi everyone, my name is Hitesh Gill and the channel you are on is Winters in Rum Films. आज हम ऐसे तीन कैमरा फीचर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, फीचर्स या सेटिंग्स कह सकते हो आप, जिनके बारे में बहुत यूट्यूबर्स ओवर हाइप करके बताते हैं एंड दे आर नॉट वर्थ कंसिडरिंग व्हेन यू आर बाइंग अ न्यू कैमरा. Not for everyone at least. The first one is shutter angle. I know that we have to maintain a 180-degree shutter angle for the best motion blur, but ये हमको ऐसे सिखाया जाता है that breaking that rule is a sin. It's not an option. People are actually willing to put cheap anti filters in front of their cameras in order to maintain that shutter angle. What is the point of having the perfect motion blur when your video has a color shift in it? Actually, it's not our fault. It is what we have been taught by all the YouTubers. Keep your shutter speed twice of your frame rate, then you get the best motion blur. It is true, but it is not a necessity all the time. Very honestly find myself breaking that rule very often. Whenever there is not a lot of motion in the frame and I want to control the light, I just crank up the shutter speed. And there is absolutely no need to put any cheap ND filter in front of my good lenses. And I can keep the aperture open also. This way, when there is not a lot of motion in the frame, cranking up my shutter speed is not going to make much difference in the motion blur. And I won't have to compromise on the quality of my videos because I'm not putting anything in front of my lenses. And I'm absolutely not against ND filters. If you can buy a good quality one, a high quality one, then definitely go for it. And if you shoot a lot of action, then definitely you might have to maintain that shutter angle. But it's not something that you have to follow all the time. In fact, in case of shooting slow motion videos, I've seen that sometimes cranking up your shutter speed more than twice of your frame rate helps a lot in getting smooth results. The second one is rolling shutter. मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता मुझे कितना इरिटेटिंग लगता है ये वर्ड बिकॉज आई हैव हर्ड इट सो मैनी टाइम्स फ्रॉम so many different YouTubers. A lot of people criticize brands for their poor rolling shutter performance. Let me ask you something. If you shoot on a camera model that has a bad rolling shutter performance, let's say for example A74 का rolling shutter performance बहुत अच्छा नहीं है, तो अगर आप उससे शूट करते हो तो आपको कितनी बार क्लाइंट ने आके ऐसे बोला होगा कि ब्रो आई डेंट लाइक द रोलिंग शटर परफॉर्मेंस इन द वीडियोस. It almost never happens. And that is what I'm talking about. I mean, I get it. You want a good rolling shutter performance, but in real life, these things matter a lot less than you think they do. This is a very important thing for a small set of photographers and videographers who do a lot of panning and zooming and quick movements. But in most of our cases, we don't even have to consider rolling shutter while buying a new camera model. So, rolling shutter performance, in my opinion, most of the people should not consider it while buying a camera, or at least should not rule out a camera option based upon the poor rolling shutter performance, because it might not matter to you even a bit after you start shooting. Third feature is 6K open gate. Since this feature is introduced, people have started criticizing camera models for not having this feature. What do you think? How much of 6K open gate are you actually going to use in real life? मेरे को तो नहीं लगता है तुम. I mean, people have not even started using 4K properly yet, and they're criticizing camera models for not having 6K open gate. अगर आप 6K ओपन गेट ना होने के बेसिस पे कोई और गलत कैमरा मॉडल चूज कर लेते हो जिसकी आपको रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं थी, देन यू आर वेस्टिंग अ लॉट ऑफ मनी. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody requires this feature and has the storage facilities to accommodate all the files, all the big files, which will be the result of 6K open gate, अगर आपके पास उतनी स्टोरेज है और अगर आपको नीड है तो it's an amazing feature. आप यूज़ कर सकते हो. I mean, you might want to repurpose your 6K YouTube videos for your Instagram content as well. बट यहीं पे मेरे को एक और चीज़ वो लगती है. राइट नाउ 6K ओपन गेट इज़ लिमिटेड अप टू 30 FPS. I mean, I find myself using more than 30 FPS a lot of times, and 4K is the only option that I have right now to do. I repurpose all my 4K YouTube videos for my Instagram videos. I crop out from those videos only and they just look fine. आप मेरा Instagram जाके चेक कर सकते हो. मैं 4K में से crop out करके बनाता हूँ. I know 6K वुड बी मोर शार्पर, बट जब तक क्वालिटी में ऐसा नहीं लग रहा कि भाई बहुत ही डाउन हो रही है क्वालिटी 4K को क्रॉप करके, तब तक आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज अ पॉइंट फॉर यू टू गो फॉर 6K ओपन गेट. Now, don't get me wrong here. आपको ऐसा लग रहा होगा that I don't want you to have all these amazing new features. It's not like that. It's just that अगर आपको कोई ऐसा कैमरा मिल रहा है जिसमें आपकी सारी requirements पूरी हो रही हैं but you are not getting one of these fancy new features, just go for that camera anyway. Because not all of us require all of these features. So these features are not a necessity in a camera. That is what my point is. Basically, there are some things that might unnecessarily complicate your purchase decisions. And if you don't want to complicate your life too much, just think about the basic stuff, think about the things that you need, and your decisions will become much easier to take. That's pretty much it for these videos. If I find I will try to make a series of these videos. If I find any more features that I feel like are overhyped and should not be considered by every single person, I will make more videos like these. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, be kind, keep grinding. Bye bye.